Farrah Abraham's 2025 life is more shocking than any season of Teen Mom. Once reality TV's most controversial star, she's still making headlines with drastic surgeries, explosive scandals, and her ongoing role as a single mom to Sophia. At 33, Farrah's world is a whirlwind of reinvention and chaos, leaving fans wondering, has she finally found stability? Or is the drama only getting bigger? As of September 1st, 2025, Farrah Abraham remains one of reality television's most visible and controversial figures. Since first gaining fame on 16 and Pregnant and later Teen Mom, she has consistently drawn public attention, whether through her career choices, personal controversies, or ever-evolving appearance. Even after years away from the main Teen Mom spotlight, Abraham has maintained a high-profile presence through social media, business ventures, and the ongoing narrative of her life as a single parent. Her life in 2025 is marked by a complex mix of entrepreneurial ambition, medical and cosmetic interventions, and the navigation of a public persona that often courts both admiration and criticism. Abraham's commitment to cosmetic work remains a defining aspect of her public identity. Over the years, she has undergone multiple surgeries and aesthetic enhancements, a history she discusses openly and consistently. She frequently frames these procedures as part of a long-term, preventative, and proactive approach to maintaining her appearance. In recent months, Abraham has highlighted treatments like Morpheus8 microneedling and radiofrequency therapy, describing them as part of her skin rejuvenation and anti-aging regimen. She has also announced plans for future work, including blepharoplasty, eyelid surgery, and a possible mini-lift, reinforcing the idea that her aesthetic evolution is carefully orchestrated rather than spontaneous. Abraham's cosmetic history spans a wide range of procedures. Publicly documented and often discussed in interviews, she has had breast augmentation, rhinoplasty, chin work, butt injections, and a variety of injectable fillers. In her framing, these interventions are not one-off experiments but components of a deliberate and ongoing strategy to manage her appearance. She regularly addresses this history on social media and in interviews, seemingly committed to transparency while simultaneously challenging societal judgment about women and cosmetic surgery. Not every procedure has gone according to plan. Abraham has been candid about cosmetic disappointments and complications. She has openly criticized at least one procedure that left her dissatisfied, posting scathing reviews and warning others about experiences that did not meet expectations. This willingness to share negative experiences contributes to her complex public image. Abraham is both an advocate for aesthetic enhancement and a critic of its potential pitfalls. Her candid approach resonates with a segment of her audience, who see her as a figure unafraid to speak truthfully about both the highs and lows of cosmetic work. Beyond the cosmetic realm, Abraham continues to expand her entrepreneurial portfolio. While specific ventures are often intertwined with her media persona, she emphasizes personal branding as central to her career longevity. She leverages her notoriety and social media following to promote products, collaborations, and self-driven business projects, navigating the delicate balance of controversy and commercial success. Her public statements, marketing strategies, and business ventures consistently reinforce a brand identity built on independence, assertiveness, and unapologetic self-expression. Amid professional pursuits and cosmetic evolution, Abraham also publicly navigates her role as the primary parent to her teenage daughter, Sophia. This aspect of her life remains closely scrutinized, as fans and media outlets watch the intersection of celebrity lifestyle and motherhood. Abraham frequently shares moments of parenting triumphs and challenges, shaping a narrative that blends her personal, professional, and cosmetic identities. Her public handling of Sophia's upbringing, framed through social media posts, interviews, and public appearances, highlights the unique pressures of raising a child under the scrutiny of millions of followers. Farrah Abraham's legal and public controversies continue to play a significant role in her media narrative. The most prominent recent incident dates back to January 2022, when she was arrested following an alleged altercation with a nightclub security guard. The arrest, which was covered widely in entertainment news, was captured in public reports and quickly became a talking point for both critics and fans. Over the months and years that followed, the case continued to unfold in headlines, keeping Abraham in the spotlight in a way few former reality stars maintain. In October 2023, reporting confirmed that Abraham had been sentenced to a period of probation and mandated community service connected to the 2022 incident. Although she avoided jail time, the legal consequences reinforced her controversial public image. The story did not end there. Civil suits and countersuits tied to the same nightclub incident have been ongoing, with multiple trial dates, hearings, and procedural updates reported over time. This layered legal entanglement has made the altercation a recurring topic in celebrity news, serving as a reminder of how public behavior, legal accountability, and media scrutiny intersect in the lives of high-profile figures. Abraham herself has occasionally addressed aspects of the case, framing it in the broader context of her personal growth and public persona, though the details have remained a point of contention in media coverage. While legal matters have attracted headlines, Abraham has simultaneously continued to expand her business ventures, particularly in the adult content sector. She has consistently leveraged her notoriety and fan base to create a lucrative portfolio of subscription-based content, merchandise, and related adult-oriented products. In interviews, Abraham has stated that her work on these platforms has been extremely profitable, providing her with a degree of financial independence that complements her media presence. This entrepreneurial focus demonstrates her ability to monetize both fame and controversy, positioning herself as a figure who controls her career on her own terms. Abraham has also explored areas beyond direct business pursuits, particularly in mental health and personal development. She has openly discussed using ketamine therapy as a tool to address long-standing anger issues and trauma, reflecting a growing public interest in alternative treatments for emotional and psychological well-being. By sharing her experiences, she positions herself as someone willing to confront personal struggles while remaining unapologetically visible to the public. This openness adds nuance to her persona, showing that her life in the spotlight is not solely about spectacle or controversy, but also about self-exploration and resilience. Parenting and personal life remain central to Farrah Abraham's public storyline in 2025, with much of the media narrative focusing on her relationship with her daughter, Sophia. Sophia turned 16 in February 2025, marking a milestone that Abraham celebrated publicly with trips and experiences that drew press coverage. Among the highlights was a Sweet 16 trip to Germany, a lavish getaway that underscored Abraham's flair for high-profile celebrations and reinforced her image as a hands-on yet glamorous mother. More recently, Farrah and Sophia embarked on a Caribbean cruise, another event widely reported in entertainment outlets. These celebrations demonstrate Abraham's desire to create memorable experiences for her daughter, while simultaneously maintaining a degree of public visibility that ensures the family remains a point of interest for fans and media alike. Despite these celebratory moments, Abraham has described herself as kind of an empty nester, as Sophia grows increasingly independent. In interviews and podcast appearances throughout 2024 and 2025, she has reflected on the duality of parenting a teenager, the pride of seeing Sophia mature, and the accompanying sense of personal adjustment as the daughter asserts autonomy. This stage of parenting presents a balance for Abraham, who simultaneously seeks to maintain a close bond with Sophia while allowing her daughter the space to navigate adolescence largely on her own terms. Family dynamics extend beyond the mother-daughter relationship, as Abraham and Sophia have publicly shared that they maintain limited or no contact with Abraham's parents. Sophia has stated that she chooses not to have contact with her maternal grandparents, a decision Abraham has framed as a boundary established for mental health reasons. In various interviews, Abraham has described this dynamic as part of her commitment to creating a healthy and supportive environment for her daughter, even when it requires distancing from extended family members. This boundary reflects Abraham's ongoing effort to assert control over her personal life, ensuring that external relationships do not negatively impact her or Sophia's well-being. Farrah's social media presence continues to be a defining aspect of her personal and public persona. She frequently posts provocative images, lifestyle updates, and relationship teases, often blurring the line between personal expression and publicity. These posts are regularly picked up by tabloids and entertainment outlets, keeping Abraham in the news cycle even when she is not directly engaged in traditional media projects. The coverage is uneven, with some outlets highlighting the posts as sensational, while others frame them as part of her ongoing strategy to maintain public attention. Regardless of how the media interprets them, Abraham's online activity reinforces her ability to control narrative threads about her personal life while maintaining relevance in an era dominated by social media-driven celebrity culture. The intersection of parenting, family boundaries, and public visibility highlights the complexities of Abraham's current life. She navigates the pressures of raising a teenage daughter in the public eye, balancing the need to celebrate milestones and provide guidance with the challenges of Sophia's growing independence. At the same time, Farrah manages a carefully curated public persona, using social media and selective press coverage to shape how her family life is perceived. These efforts, combined with her conscious boundary setting regarding extended family, reflect a layered approach to motherhood that is deeply intertwined with her broader identity as a media figure. Abraham's advocacy for Sophia's safety online is consistent with a broader pattern of active parental involvement and boundary setting that has characterized her life for many years. In a SiriusXM interview, she revealed that she had made significant lifestyle changes to shield Sophia from unhealthy social pressures at a young age. When Sophia was around 5 years old, Abraham decided to move the family out of the suburbs, citing the negative impact of peer comments about Abraham's past in the adult film industry. According to Abraham, the environment had become emotionally unhealthy for her daughter, as children and even parents at the time would gossip or make judgmental remarks about her mother's career history. In response, Abraham prioritized Sophia's emotional well-being, withdrawing her from public school and relocating to a setting she believed would provide a safer and more supportive environment. These decisions illustrate the degree to which Abraham has intertwined parenting with strategic management of public perception. From early childhood onward, she has sought to shield Sophia from the fallout of Farrah's own fame and controversial career, while simultaneously fostering independence, confidence, and resilience. The move away from the suburbs and subsequent homeschooling efforts reflect a deliberate approach to minimizing external judgment and peer harassment, creating a controlled environment in which Sophia could grow with dignity and emotional stability. Farrah has also emphasized the importance of teaching digital literacy and safe online habits. She argues that shielding children entirely from social media does not equip them with the skills necessary to navigate the realities of modern digital life. By promoting educational tools and structured guidance, Abraham frames her parenting as proactive rather than reactive, focusing on long-term preparedness rather than short-term avoidance. Her position reflects an awareness of the unique challenges that children of public figures face, including the magnified scrutiny of social media and the potential for harassment or exploitation. On March 13, 2025, Farrah Abraham took a bold step in her ongoing reinvention by making her stand-up comedy debut at Manhattan's Spearmint Rhino Gentlemen's Club. The show, titled Diary of a Teen Mom, offered a window into Abraham's characteristic blend of personal exposure and humor, as she shared anecdotes ranging from parenting to relationships and legal battles. The performance marked a notable expansion of her public persona beyond reality television and social media, presenting her as a figure willing to experiment with new creative outlets while drawing on her well-documented life experiences for material. The content of Abraham's debut performance was provocative, humorous, and deeply personal. She recounted episodes from her life that straddled the line between comedy and confession. One recurring theme involved her teenage daughter, Sophia, who, at 16, has begun asserting her independence. Abraham joked about Sophia driving her to ketamine therapy sessions, using the scenario as a comedic lens to explore both the unusual nature of her medical routines and the everyday quirks of parenting a teenager in the public eye. The stories emphasized Abraham's willingness to mine real-life experiences, including struggles, vulnerabilities, and family dynamics, for humor, a tactic that simultaneously humanizes her and maintains the audience's fascination with her life. Farrah also ventured into the territory of romantic entanglements, recounting a past affair with a married man. She joked that he had undergone a vasectomy for her, only to later return to his wife as Abraham began looking healthier and happier following cosmetic procedures and personal growth. Throughout these anecdotes, Abraham framed herself as no homewrecker, emphasizing agency and humor over shame. This approach allowed her to address a scandalous topic while maintaining control over her narrative and reinforcing her public image as both candid and self-aware. Legal matters, which have followed Abraham through much of her career, also featured in her act. She humorously referenced several ongoing or resolved legal battles, turning what could be serious, stress-inducing subjects into material for comedy. By transforming personal challenges into relatable or laughable anecdotes, Abraham positioned herself as a figure capable of resilience and reinvention, willing to confront criticism and controversy with wit. The blending of legal realities and humor highlighted a strategic aspect of her performance. She converts experiences that might otherwise be perceived negatively into opportunities for storytelling, engagement, and brand building. Abraham's motivations for exploring stand-up comedy were further illuminated in an interview with Page Six's Virtual Reality following her debut. She explained that ketamine therapy had played a role in inspiring her pivot to comedy, suggesting that her mental health work helped unlock creativity and a new perspective on her life. In the same discussion, she provided updates on her broader personal and professional plans, reaffirming her commitment to continued cosmetic procedures and career diversification. This framing linked her artistic experimentation to personal growth, suggesting that Abraham views creative pursuits, medical treatments, and entrepreneurship as interconnected avenues for self-improvement and public relevance. Next, Farrah Abraham's income and financial standing continue to be a focal point of public interest and media speculation in 2025. She has repeatedly claimed that her adult content work, particularly through platforms like OnlyFans, generates millions of dollars a year, positioning this revenue stream as a cornerstone of her financial independence. Abraham frequently emphasizes her ability to monetize her notoriety, leveraging both her fame from reality television and her ongoing presence on social media to maintain a lucrative business model. She has also disclosed that she earns approximately $30,000 for each guest appearance on a friend's podcast via OFTV, underscoring the multiple revenue streams she has cultivated in recent years. These figures, combined with the visibility of her online content, paint a picture of a celebrity who actively translates public attention into financial gain. While Abraham's claims about her OnlyFans earnings are bold, financial experts and industry analysts often caution that such figures should be considered in context. It is widely acknowledged in the adult content industry that self-reported income is frequently exaggerated, as creators sometimes publicize high numbers for branding, influence, or marketing purposes. Some analysts suggest that Abraham's actual annual earnings from OnlyFans and related platforms might realistically fall in the low millions rather than the tens of millions she occasionally implies. Even so, these estimates, when combined with her revenue from podcast appearances, merchandise, and other business ventures, still place her among the more financially successful former reality television personalities, leveraging adult content for long-term income. Farrah's financial narrative is also informed by her broader career history. Earnings from her original reality TV work on 16 and Pregnant and Teen Mom provided an early foundation, while later ventures in adult content, social media promotion, and entrepreneurial projects have added to her cumulative wealth. Reports and public records estimate her net worth at around $1 million in 2025, a figure that accounts for past earnings, current revenue streams, and ongoing investments in her personal brand. While this number may not align with Abraham's more ambitious income claims, it reflects the tangible outcome of years of high-profile, often controversial activity across multiple entertainment and media sectors. Abraham's financial positioning demonstrates both opportunity and strategy. She has capitalized on her celebrity status in ways that go beyond traditional reality TV earnings, embracing digital platforms and unconventional media appearances to maintain financial momentum. The combination of OnlyFans content, high-paying podcast appearances, and merchandising opportunities illustrates a diversified approach to income generation, reflecting her awareness of the importance of personal branding in sustaining long-term wealth. At the same time, her public discussion of income serves another function, reinforcing her persona as an independent, empowered figure capable of commanding both attention and financial reward. By publicly claiming substantial earnings, Abraham underscores her control over her career and financial trajectory, framing herself as a self-made, media-savvy entrepreneur in an industry where public perception often drives opportunities and influence. What do you think about Farrah Abraham's current life? Leave us your comments in the section below. We hope you have found this helpful video. Don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you like it. Thank you for watching this and see you in the next videos. Goodbye.